Hey there, Cowboys Nation! Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. The Dallas Cowboys are riding high on this victory Monday, and it's hard not to feel the buzz around Cowboys Nation. After a dominant performance against the Washington Commanders on Thanksgiving, it's clear that this team is hitting its stride at the perfect time. With a final score of 45-10, the Cowboys delivered one of their most complete performances of the season, and there's so much to break down about what went right, why it matters, and what it says about the future of this team. Let's start with the man of the hour, Dak Prescott. What a game from the Cowboys' franchise quarterback. Prescott threw for nearly 350 yards and added 4 touchdown passes in a performance that looked effortless. His command of the offense was incredible to watch, and it's clear that he's playing with a level of confidence we haven't seen in years. Every decision was precise, every throw was sharp, and his chemistry with the rest of the offense was undeniable. It's worth mentioning how comfortable Prescott looked in the pocket, and that's a testament to the offensive line. They gave him time, and he made the most of it, carving up Washington's defense and leaving no doubt about who the better team was. CeeDee Lamb continues to show why he's one of the best receivers in the league right now. Week after week, he's proving he's a true Roan, and his performance against the Commanders was no exception. With over 100 receiving yards and a touchdown, Lamb was a nightmare for the Washington secondary. Whether it was contested catches, route running, or sheer athleticism, Lamb made it all look easy. He's become Dak's go-to target, and that connection is only growing stronger as the season progresses. If Lamb keeps this pace, he could easily end the season as one of the top 3 receivers in the league. And then there's Darren Bland. What more can we say about this guy? He's rewriting the record books and changing games in ways you rarely see from a cornerback. Bland's pick 6 against the Commanders was his 6th of the season, a new NFL record. Think about that for a moment. 6 touchdowns on interceptions in one season. That's not just elite, that's historic. Bland has emerged as a game-changer for this defense, and his ability to not just create turnovers, but also turn them into points is a weapon most teams can only dream of having. It's hard not to start mentioning his name in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation, because what he's doing is unprecedented. Micah Parsons, of course, was his usual dominant self. If you're a quarterback facing the Cowboys, you have to game plan for Micah. You have to double-team him, chip him with a tight end, or do whatever you can to slow him down. But even then, it might not matter. Against Washington, Parsons was relentless, tallying 2 sacks and consistently pressuring Sam Howell. Parsons sets the tone for this defense, and his energy is infectious. When he's on his game, and let's be honest, he usually is, the Cowboys' defense becomes nearly impossible to handle. One thing that really stood out in this game was the balance across all phases. The offense was clicking, the defense was dominant, and even the special teams played a role in the win. This was complementary football at its finest, and it's the type of effort that championship-caliber teams put together. The Cowboys are peaking at the right time, and that's crucial as we head into December, where playoff positioning becomes critical. Speaking of playoff positioning, this win keeps the Cowboys firmly in the hunt for the NFC East title. The Eagles may still be ahead in the standings, but they're not running away with the division. And with a huge showdown against Philly looming in just a couple of weeks, this division is far from settled. The Cowboys have a real chance to make a statement, not just in the NFC East, but across the entire league. When you combine this high-powered offense with a defense capable of shutting down just about anyone, the Cowboys are a team that nobody wants to face in January. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are still some lingering questions about how this team will fare against top-tier competition. Critics will point out that the Cowboys have feasted on weaker opponents this season, and while it's true that their biggest wins have come against teams like the Commanders, Giants, and Panthers, it's also true that dominating the games you're supposed to win is important. Good teams take care of business, and the Cowboys are doing just that. The real tests are coming soon with games against the Seahawks, Eagles, Bills, and Dolphins on the horizon. Those games will tell us whether this team is ready to take the next step. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Jerry Jones. Cowboys fans know that Jerry loves to make headlines. He's a savvy businessman, a master promoter, and someone who isn't afraid to make bold moves. But Jerry, if you're listening, please don't mess with this team right now. The Cowboys have all the pieces they need to make a deep playoff run. The chemistry is there, the talent is there, and the momentum is building. This is not the time for a flashy trade, a controversial decision, or anything that could disrupt what's working. Sometimes, the best move is no move at all. Let the coaching staff do their job. Let the players focus on the task at hand and trust the process. This team is capable of something special, but distractions could derail it. It's also important to note how crucial these next few weeks are for the Cowboys. December football is where contenders separate themselves from pretenders, and the Cowboys have a chance to prove they belong in the first category. The Seahawks are up next, and while they've been inconsistent, they're not a team to overlook. After that, it's the Eagles, and you know that game is going to be a battle. If the Cowboys can win those two games, they'll not only improve their chances in the division, but also send a message to the rest of the NFC that they're for real. This win against Washington wasn't just about the score. It was about the way the team played. It was about the energy, the execution, and the sense of purpose they showed from start to finish. You can tell this team is having fun out there. You can see it in the way they celebrate after big plays, the way they rally around each other, and the way they carry themselves. That kind of camaraderie is rare, and it's a big reason why the Cowboys are in such a good spot right now. As we wrap things up, it's a great time to be a Cowboys fan. This team is playing some of the best football we've seen in years, and the sky's the limit for what they can accomplish. The Commanders game was just another reminder of how dangerous this team can be when they're firing on all cylinders. With a mix of star power, depth, and momentum, the Cowboys have everything they need to make a serious run at the Super Bowl. But they have to stay focused, take it one game at a time, and keep building on what they've started. So, Cowboys Nation, let's enjoy this victory Monday. Let's celebrate another dominant win, but let's also keep our eyes on the bigger picture. The road to the playoffs is heating up, and this team is ready to make some noise. Stay tuned, stay loud, and let's ride this wave all the way to February. Go Cowboys!